What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ here. This is episode 16 of It's
Hello, hello,
On.
hello.
So, AJ with his nice new microphone there.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got it right here.
Yeah. Awesome. Hope everybody's
How was everybody today? We had a week off, buddy.
yeah, we were all busy. My parents had to evacuate
Yeah.
from Florida for the hurricane, so we kind of took the week off unexpectedly, but we're
We
back
should
at
we
it.
should have done it and put your dad on the podcast with us,
Yeah, I
man.
know. I
Didn't
know.
think of
Well,
it,
he
but
was
it
he
was
was probably
unexpected.
asleep by this time when we were gonna.
Yeah, right.
But we did get some golf in, so that was nice.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit today, aren't we?
Yep, yep. So hope just prayers to everybody that was affected by Hurricane Milton and those that continue to be affected by Hurricane Helene. I know North Carolina is still cleaning up. It's going to be a while.
Long time,
Yep,
long
thoughts
time.
and prayers to all those still. And
I'll tell you what, man. I remember when Katrina hit. I remember when Andrew hit. I remember when Irma and all those, Sandy hit and all those and everything like that. It just seems like we're getting all these storms more and more frequently now, and
right.
I know and they're hitting really really hard. So, when people tell you to evacuate, there's a reason they tell you to evacuate. Get
Oh
out of
yeah,
there. And I'm really happy your mom and dad decided to come up. You obviously would have been worried about them down there being in the villages for the week.
yep.
So,
Got a little flood.
um,
Speaking of the villages in golf,
yeah,
the
man, got a little
villages
hit
has
pretty good, huh?
15 championship courses, more than like around 40 executive, but there's no golf until further notice. They're saying probably November 1, so they clean up, let the
Mm.
retention ponds go down. So, yeah, if you're going down to the villages right now to play golf, I would wait a couple weeks at
It was
least.
crazy when we went down there in Memorial Day, man.
Yeah,
How
it was
dry was it?
drought.
It
It
was like
was so
drought.
dry.
It was
And it
it
came
was
back around.
bone dry.
Yeah.
So, still the courses were in great shape, but
Yeah, my
it was
parents say
really
they're
really bad.
like super green right now.
Oh, I bet with all the rain they have, they're gonna be green for a while now. So,
Yep.
but hopefully, thoughts and prayers go out to all those people down there that are affected by these storms, and that's why everyone's saying you got to evacuate because you can rebuild. You can always rebuild. You can always put a new house up. You can always do different things. You can't save a life.
Can't get a
So
life back.
can't
No.
get life back. So, thoughts and prayers go out to all those people and all the workers and everything like that. We're pulling for you. So,
Yep.
stay safe and things will get back hopefully soon. Things back to
And
normal
hopefully this is
hopefully
the
soon.
end of the hurricane season,
Yeah, they're
hopefully.
saying there's another potential one out in the Atlantic right now, and another one potentially in the Gulf that they're looking at. So,
Yeah, I
um,
did see that with all the cooler weather here that it's basically I think all that stuff's going to stay away. So we'll
perfect. That'll
pray
be
that
great.
that way. Yep.
Great news. Great news.
Let's
So,
get into
yeah,
some golf.
well, talking about cooler weather. Who put
Yeah,
the air conditioning on outside, man?
I
Holy
know.
mackerel!
It's crazy.
I
It's going
woke
to
up.
be in the
I woke.
30s.
I woke up
It snowed in the North Carolina mountains today, up above
crazy.
3,500 feet. So
What's it called? I went out to take my dog out today, took Tia out, and I walked in. I walked out. She came running back inside. I was like, oh man,
yep.
here we go. It was freezing this morning, but it feels great. And, it's always nice to get this little cooler weather in. Kind of, kind of cools it down a little bit. Great golf weather right now out here in the
Oh yeah.
Carolinas. So, I mean, we're not going to get a lot of rain. We had a little bit today, but not a lot. But I mean, the weather's, low 70s, high 60s. Now it's a little cooler in the next couple of days here, but a little brisk in the morning. You gotta
Yep.
get those sweaters on in the morning, but the golf is gonna be in a really good prime shape right now to
Speaking
be
of
playing.
nice weather and golf and everything,
Yeah, talk to us about where you played, where your
I
dad
was
usually plays.
able to play with my dad, so it was a great course. We played at Sapona Golf, Swim, and Tennis Club in Lexington, North Carolina, not too far from here, about an hour. What is it? Yeah, an hour away. See if they got any web page I can pull up
Yeah,
here.
it's only for me. It's only about 20 minutes to
Yeah.
there, so I'm pretty close to
Um,
that area. But I've never played there. I've always wanted to. So tell us a little bit
Oh
about the
yeah,
golf.
it is a great course. I highly recommend it. If you haven't played there, for those of you watching this that are kind of from the area or looking to play golf in the area. But yeah, obviously 18 hole course. It is owned by Richard Childress.
Yeah,
Owns a racing team, local. Dale Earnhardt used to race for him. Um, but yeah, it's in Lexington near his winery and stuff too. But
and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit because
yeah,
when
yeah,
Scott was
exactly.
playing golf. I was at the
I did
winery.
not I did not play super well, but I haven't played in a while, especially with my own clubs. Last time I played was in Utah, unfortunately, because I've been busy with work and family stuff and everything. But let me share my screen here, kind of show you the website and a little some pictures here.
Mm,
But all right. So yeah, so here's a picture of the clubhouse right here. But like I said, 18 hole, course. No GPS on the golf carts, but the course was in great shape, man. The fairways were, I highly recommend it. The fairways were in awesome shape. The greens were in phenomenal shape. A few greens had some patches they were repairing, but didn't really affect things a whole
like
lot. And
overall. Yeah.
I think they're Bermuda greens because honestly, we didn't have very many divots. We played paired up with a couple other guys. A guy that came down from Asheville. Thankfully, his stuff was all right.
Hmm.
Um, but
The
yeah,
Ellis Maple design. I just saw that
all
Ellis
right,
Maple
yeah.
design.
We didn't get to really check out the clubhouse much, but we had like a 10 o'clock tea time, 10:30 tea time. Finished a little after I don't know, it was like 3 o'clock or something. Um, Really easy to get there from the Greensboro area. So just
Yeah,
up on the
just down
highway.
52.
Right, right. But it's a public course. I think they do have some membership, you can
Yeah.
memberships that you see here with the golf and swim, and they do have tennis and probably some pickleball there. I know that's a big thing, but I don't know if there's any other pictures on here.
I want to say I think they just redid some of those greens there too, if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken.
think
I
so
think they just did
too.
a renovation on it. Within a year, I believe, maybe a year and a
Right,
half.
right. But here's a little bit about the course. 18 holes. It's
Yeah, par 71.
right. It's not super long.
Hmm.
We played not the championship, but the ones up from there. So I would have maybe played up a little bit more just because I haven't played there and played in a while. But it's only a par 71, so
Yeah,
that I thought that was kind of interesting.
it
But
is Bermuda. It's
yeah,
Bermuda.
yeah, it says right there. Yep. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I think you and I and Alex and whoever else should go out there and play sometime
I'd
this
love
fall.
to.
But
Yeah.
you
So
can put
How'd you play? How'd you play?
I played terrible. I won't tell you what I started out with or what I shot, but it was good to get out there with my dad. That's the most important thing, making
No doubt.
memories. But I was a little rusty just because I hadn't played in a while, especially with my clubs. It's been over almost 2 months since I've played with my clubs, or month or something,
Hmm.
month and a half. But yeah, I mean, I did start getting better on the back nine. I almost had two birdie chances. One of the craziest holes is I can't remember what hole it was, but it's a dead dog leg left, par
Hmm.
four, I believe. And it's the tee shot getting over the pond the tee shot's over a pond and the dog legs left. And I took a 3 wood and barely made it over into the
Mm.
rough, but then I had a great hybrid from there to go up on the green for about 10 10 feet for a birdie. Just barely missed the birdie by a little bit, but man, things ran true on the greens for the most part. They were quick. You had to bring things in high to get it to stop, but it was a great shape, great lay,
Awesome.
some water, some sand. Um, got to play a little smart. There is a double green, so what is it? I think it's 9 and 18 share the same green, so just a
That's pretty cool.
very long green. But it was pretty cool. So I
That's
recommend
awesome.
it. So yeah, but
That's
that's
awesome. Yeah.
pretty much
So
it about that.
so while you were out playing golf, I was actually at the Childress Winery. If you
Nice.
want to bring up a little thing
Yeah.
of that, that's pretty cool.
Let me.
So we had a work function down there where we got some lunch and everything like that, and had a meeting. And what a great venue. Just a beautiful spot. They have the winery. It's right off of 52. You can't miss it.
Mhm.
Right on the outside of Lexington there. Owned by Richard Childress. They have their own winery there. And they have like the vineyards are right there. They have weddings there, they have events there, they have work meetings and stuff. People eat there all the time. They have a little bistro where you can eat, and then they have the store where you can buy some wine and everything like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
yeah, there it is. It's coming up right. Yeah, that's the entrance to the main area right there. But just a beautiful, beautiful spot.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
highly recommend it too. I've been there several times. Matter of fact,
yeah,
not this time, but it's probably been 5 years or so when my parents were in town one time. I think it was over maybe the New Year's time frame. One year, we were there, and Richard Childress was actually there. Soup.
really.
He He was super nice to us. Matter of fact, complimented a bottle of wine or several glasses of wine to my parents and stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he was. I've liked the interaction I've had with him. I know some
Yeah.
people, if you're a racing fan, don't like him, but I don't really follow racing, so I can't really say that. But from just general interaction with him, I liked him. But yeah, they got some good
They got
sweet
a
wines,
ton
some
of
good,
stuff. They have a ton of
right,
stuff there you can get. And I'm just like, the table red there, and just they have a mixed red
right,
there that's really good. Very fresh, just excellent place. and
right.
and the food there is top-notch food. I just got an appetizer there, and I got the roasted Brussels sprouts, and they were
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
oh
I
man, I think those are awesome.
I
I think
loved
we
them.
ate
They're a
at
little
the.
char on them,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yeah, I
So
think we ate there once too, and I remember it being good. But
yeah,
yeah, you've got.
very reasonable. But just yeah, there's the bistro stuff. Just a beautiful place. So I would definitely highly. You can sit outside, and it was a gorgeous day on Friday.
Here's
Yeah, there's the front.
here's a picture of
There's
the
the
front.
main. That's the main.
Yep.
That's the main. What's it called right there? The main store that you can go into, and that then the winery just looks like that. You can see the vines. You
Yep.
drive right up into them and everything, and just a big fan of it. There's the map right there, right off of 52, so it's really easy to
Yeah,
get to.
let's see if
So.
we have any other. I don't know if we have any other pictures on here.
So the
No.
big thing, what we're saying is, if you go down play Sapona Ridge down in Lexington, North Carolina, you got to stop at the Childress Winery on the way out, and grab yourself a glass of wine or a bottle of wine or something like that.
Yep.
Great little spot. And also Lexington is known for their barbecue too. So they got a whole bunch of barbecue joints down
You
there.
like pulled pork?
Yeah, pulled pork
There's a
is
place to
really
go.
good down there. So,
Yep.
but a great little area, just south of Winston-Salem. It's just a great little spot. So
Yep. And next week we will be
next week,
playing,
ooh,
not this weekend, but next weekend we will be playing Holly Ridge.
Holly
We will
Ridge.
have some information for you on Holly Ridge next week and share that one. I know you've played it more than I have. I played it once way back in the
Kick your
day,
butt, dude.
or
You
actually
better be
twice,
ready.
but they've renovated since I played. I know you've played since
Yes,
they've
I played
renovated.
there. I played there this summer. Actually, I think yeah, in the summer this year, a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago actually. I think in September, and the renovation was unbelievable. Now, the one thing I'll say about this course, and we'll talk about it next week, is the greens are probably some of the biggest greens I've ever played on in my entire life. They are
Wow.
enormous, but it's pretty cool. It's a
Nice.
pretty cool place. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's supposed to be about 71 that day. So
yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful day.
I might be
Beautiful
a
day.
little bit chilly and where I have to wear my winter coat at
And
8:30.
well, we got to play in the morning because I'm still doing softball with the girls. We're
Yep.
finishing up our season. It's our last. Next week will be our last practice. 27th will be our last practice before the season ends. I do want to put a little shout out to my little Kira.
That's right.
She got picked to be on a really good travel team. She had a tryout on Sunday, and my little one made the 8U travel team for this really good team, and she's got another tryout tomorrow that she's going to go for, and we're going to make a decision. But she's really excited, and I'm very excited for her. She's put a lot of work in, and you just at 7 years, she's 7 right now. At the drive that she has for the game and the love she has for the game is just a joy to watch. Both my girls have that, so I'm really excited for them. And they had their last golf. Oh, they actually had their last golf lesson with the U.S. Kids Golf this past
Yeah, they look
Monday,
like they were
and
shit better than us off the tee
and
box.
they actually both passed their level two.
Nice.
They were able to they had to get 18. They played the par three at Tanglewood. They had to get 18 on 3 holes, and they both did it. So they're really excited about getting their level two passed. And I'm really proud of them for that too. But I tell you what, little Kira, man, that girl's got a swing. Have you seen her swing? Check out
Yep.
dadisgolfing.com on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, because her swing is it's pretty nice right now. Catherine's
That's
got the
awesome.
step. Catherine still does the step where she's like trying to hit the ball. She tries to step and go.
Yep.
She's got a lot of power. She actually broke her driver. And we have a video of it, and we're gonna do a little video of it that's gonna be coming up. That's pretty funny. But she hit the driver actually right on the head, right square on the head, square on the face, and broke it. So I think the epoxy came out, but it's pretty funny. Her reaction's hilarious. So we're gonna
That's funny.
do a little video of that. It's pretty funny.
Cool. Well, awesome.
All right.
That's that's probably our golf content for the week, but
Yeah.
let's get
Yeah.
into our
Picks, baby.
college
Picks.
and NFL picks. So let me
How are we doing? What happened 2 weeks ago? What do we get?
yeah, I don't know. I haven't tallied it up yet, so we got to
Gotta
do
look at the
that. So let
scores
me
here.
share the screen here. So all right. So yeah, we missed a week. So our week 5 is not the same as week 5 in college and pro.
All
So
right, yep. So
this
Navy
game,
and Air Force, Navy won that one. Texas A&M won that one.
yep,
Nebraska beat Rutgers, so you're up one there, and then Michigan lost to Washington. So, oh boy, so you're
yeah,
beating
I
me
saw
so
that.
far. You're one up there.
Nebraska won, right?
Yep.
And
Michigan won.
Mich-
No, Washington won. Washington won.
so we both lost that one.
Yep. So then Ravens won, Broncos won,
You mean
Pittsburgh beat
you mean
the
Texas won?
I'm sorry, Texas won. Yeah,
Yeah,
Texans won. Broncos won. Dallas beat Pittsburgh. They did.
I think so.
And the Chiefs beat New Orleans. So dang it, Scott. You got two on me this week.
Yeah, because we picked Buffalo,
Yeah.
Broncos.
Oh man.
So
Well,
Scott +2. Oh no,
Scott's two up. All right, so you're starting off, buddy. First game, Nebraska at Indiana. What are you
hang
going with?
on.
Golly.
Yeah. Nebraska
Frustrating.
at Indiana. If this game was at Nebraska, I'd give Nebraska more of a shot. Just because I've been to Nebraska twice. It's a great place to play. Their program's getting better under Matt Rule or however you say his name. But I've worked with the coach at Indiana, Coach Signetti.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he is a tough person to talk to, in my personal opinion, but he wins football games and he doesn't care. And he's doing a hell of a job there, did a hell of a job at JMU and a hell of a job at Elon before that, took Elon to the playoffs, I think twice.
Mm-hmm.
Took JMU to the playoffs and then helped with
Bowl
the
game.
transition
Yeah.
into Division One or whatever it's called now, the bowl subdivision.
BS. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, so they're undefeated. They were actually the first team to be bowl eligible this year. I think they're just on a roll, and he's a good coach. I'm going with Indiana at this with this one, especially since it's at Indiana.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have two good coaches going at it here. I'm gonna go with Indiana. I think Signetti's got that team rolling. He's got a lot of those guys who played at JMU that he brought over with him. So they've been in that system for a long time now. And they're a really, really good football team. So I'm gonna go with Indiana.
Yep.
All right, we got a couple doozies coming up here. We got
Yeah.
Alabama at Tennessee. Um, Big game right here. I'm going to pick Alabama. And the reason I'm going to pick Alabama is because I think they're due for a bounce back. I think they've been in they've had a lot of talk about them not being the same team this week. Having a close one with South Carolina here. You know what I mean? I think Alabama's going to come out. I think they're going to have something to prove. I think they're going to do it against Tennessee. I can tell you right now, the Tennessee's going to be rocking and it's going to be loud. And I've been in that locker room before, and that locker room for the visiting team is absolutely awful. It's one of the worst locker rooms I've been in. And they do it on purpose. Obviously, they do it on purpose to get the advantage. But we actually played when I was at Charlotte. We actually played Tennessee the week after Alabama beat them, and there were still ashes on the floor where Alabama was smoking cigars. Um,
That's crazy.
so I think this is going to be a great game, but I think Alabama is going to pull it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind both of these teams. Obviously it's impressive what Alabama's done through the years with Saban, and then I think they still got a great team. I think Kalen DeBoer, or however you say his name,
Mm-hmm.
is a really good coach. Obviously, what he did at Washington. Yeah, they've struggled the past 2 weeks and almost lost again this weekend, but pulled it out in the end at what was it, at South
South
Carolina.
Carolina.
Um, got pretty fortunate there with some missed field goals at the end, but yeah, I think Alabama's due for a bounce back too. So, probably it's gonna be a little tough to win at Tennessee, but Tennessee's struggling a little bit too. They've
Yeah.
lost what, one or two, or almost lost the
Yeah.
second one. I can't
Yeah.
remember what they did last weekend, but yeah, I mean it could be a close game, but I just think overall Alabama's probably got this one. All right, Michigan at Illinois. Man, not really sure which way to pick this one, but I think Illinois has a good a lot better team this year. They ranked in the top 25. I don't know if they still are or not,
I
but
think it's 23 versus 25 or 22 versus 24
right,
here. Michigan's
right.
22 or 24, I think. So,
Obviously, Michigan, won the national championship last year. Um, I worked with Coach Bielma, the head coach of Illinois. He was, I believe, he was linebackers coach at Kansas State. One of my last few years there as an undergrad. I personally got along with him fine as a student manager. But I like what he's doing this year. Michigan struggled against Washington, lost to Washington. I think that's why I'm going to go with Illinois in this one.
mm. I'm going to take Michigan. I think they're due for a bounce back this week. I think they lost a tough one in the against Washington here, and if they lose this one, they're gonna be I think they're gonna be in trouble. Obviously,
Yeah.
going into going I think I think they're 4-2 right now. So if they lose this one, they're getting close to 500, and I think they need this one. I think this is a little bit of a sense of urgency here, because I think they still got a shot because they still but if they to get to that um I think they still got a shot to get to the championship game if they beat Ohio State and if they can win out. So, but if they lose this one, I think it's gonna be almost impossible for them to do it. So I'm gonna take Michigan. I think it's a do or die game for them this week.
Yeah.
So big game of the week, Georgia at Texas. I have to go with Texas because I picked Texas to win it all. That's my choice, and I'm going to stick with it because right now I think they're 6-0, so I'm 6-0 with them, so I'm going to take them. Texas is a really good team, and they just spanked Oklahoma, big rivalry game. I think they scored like 34 unanswered after they went down 3-0. You got Quentin Ewers back. He kind of shook off the rust in the last game, early in the game, and came back. But I'm going to go with Texas. I think Texas is just going to keep rolling.
Yeah, I think if this game was at Georgia, I'd give Georgia more of a shot. They've struggled a couple games this year. They beat Kentucky by 1 point. I hate to pick against Georgia, but um, this is a I think this will be a tough one. This was the only Big 12 school that I did not get to travel to at the time, was Texas, but K-State had back in the day did have Texas's number. We won there a couple times when I was in college. It's a tough place to tough place to play, tough place to win, and they've got a great team. As much as I hate to say that this year, and they did whoop the heck out of a decent Oklahoma team. Um, but I could see Texas winning this one, and then some if both teams make the playoff, you never know, they could come back and meet each other and
Sure.
play again, and Georgia winning it. So, but as much as I hate to do it, I think I'm going to go with Texas in this one too.
All right.
Speaking of that, let's
NFL games we got.
hang on.
Good.
Speaking of that, what I know we didn't pick last week, but what's some of your feedback on the games last week? That the Oregon Ohio State game came down to a point. That was Will Howard.
Did you see what's it the coach from Oregon did where he put 12 men on
Yeah.
the field to get the
Hey,
5-yard
okay.
penalty?
That's a little sketchy, but at the same
He
time,
admitted it. He flat out
yeah,
admitted that I did it
yeah.
on purpose.
He said it in a press conference today or yesterday. Okay, that's sketchy, but at the same time, that's also good coaching, knowing the rules and what how much time that can take off.
I
Do I
get it.
think they're probably going to stop that in the future?
I think they've
Yes,
already talked about putting a rule in for that. I
but
was watching the game. I watched the game and I was
yeah,
watching it and I was like, he just ran a guy on. I was like, I think he did that on purpose. And then
yep,
when it
and he
came out, he
did.
did. I said, hey, I got to give him credit. He knew the
No,
rules. The rules were it
right,
was simple.
exactly. That's why I think people. Obviously, I'm a Chiefs fan. I think that's why people hate the Chiefs because Andy Reid knows the rules.
He
He
knew the rules.
if you know that you're going to get a rundown because you get a penalty and it's a
Now,
close game, do it. And look, it
Now,
worked.
I think that quarterback for Ohio State, I don't think he knew it was a running clock.
Right,
He was sitting there waiting for the like, dude, you got to snap the ball. There was like
right,
5 or 6 seconds that ran down off that clock where that clock was running. It wasn't a dead ball foul. You got to get on the line. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It kills me to see some of these kids
right.
that have
Well,
played so much and these coaches that have coached so much that don't know the rules right now. That
right.
is the number one thing we
Well,
need
and
to know.
that's
We
kind
need
of
to know
one
if that these
reason
don't.
why I wanted to bring this up because obviously Ohio State's quarterback is Will Howard. I'm very familiar with him. He played at Kansas State last year, transferred to Ohio State because K-State's got obviously a good freshman quarterback right now. But Yeah, he kind of made a mistake in the end, and that was kind of one of his downfalls at Kansas State back in the day, and that's why he got a little bit of, he did a heck of a lot at Kansas State, but that's also why he got some flack sometimes too. But I
Sure.
feel bad for him. Do I think they're still a great team and he's still a good quarterback?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
yeah. They'll be
happy
in the
for him.
playoffs.
I hope, I hope he has success. Do I want Ohio State to win the national championship? Heck no. I don't like them.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was pretty cool to see it.
Right, but and then obviously the game I was most excited about didn't end till about freaking 2 a.m. Eastern time. But
I fell asleep.
yeah, Colorado, Kansas State at Colorado. I've been to Colorado on the field twice. Talk about some hostile fans. We were refused to be served in restaurants there because we had Kansas State gear on back in the day. We had fans try to steal helmets off our sidelines. They did not get away with that and other equipment. But that was a heck of a game. K-State broke it open 21-7 at one point in the third or fourth quarter, and then Colorado came back and went up 28 to what was it, 24, and then
Hmm.
K-State scored in 3 plays with some
Yep.
bad defense by Colorado. But that was a hell of a game. Glad to see K-State win that one. We won't talk about the other stuff, the other reasons why, but anyway, but I was happy to see that one. So let's get on to NFL.
Big game right here. Big game right here, Scotty. New England Patriots versus the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. In London. Who
Yeah.
do you got? Two 1-5
Man,
teams here.
this is a tough one. Okay. I really don't know who to pick in this one, but some of my history with Jacksonville and the NFL and background, and I think the Patriots will probably win, but I'm gonna stick with Jacksonville on this one. They need a win. They're struggling right now. I know Coach Peterson's gonna saying about making a culture change there, but I interned there back in the day, have my Jacksonville helmet down in my garage somewhere. But I'm just gonna stick with Jacksonville just because of loyalty, because that's who gave me a opportunity, a shot back in the day, and it would probably would be where I am today if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Jacksonville too. And here's the reason why. I think Doug Peterson's on the chopping block, and I think his job is on the line. And he's gonna get that team ready to go. They've been in London now for 2 weeks. New England's got to fly over there this week. I think you got Travis Etienne. He's got a hamstring problem, so he's gonna be out. So Tank Bigsby's gonna. I think you need to feed that man the rock because that boy can run the ball. I don't know if you saw some of the runs he did
No.
against the Colts. Holy mackerel! He was like stepping on people's chest. It was unbelievable. So I think you also look at the quarterback play here. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been playing well, but you got Drake May playing for New England. Rookie quarterback. And I'm going to pick Jacksonville for that one. So next game, you got a good game here. You got Houston Texans at the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to pick Green Bay. I think they're at home. I think that's a great place to play. I think you got Nico Collins out with a hamstring injury. You were able to get Joe Mixon back for Houston, and that was a big thing getting them back and getting him back playing. But I like the Packers. I like their offense. I think they're extremely diverse on the offensive side of the ball. They got really good receivers. They got a really good running back in Josh Jacobs. So I'm going to pick the Pack.
Yeah, by the way, did you say the Jacksonville games in London?
It is. Yep.
Oh, nice. I did not know that. I guess, and they've been there, like you said, 2 weeks
Yeah, they
practically.
played. They played in London this past week, and they played 2 weeks in London back to back.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Um, So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Packers, similar to what you're saying. I think Texans are a pretty good team too, but I think the Packers are playing pretty well right now. It is at Green Bay, which is obviously a tough place to play. I think both of these teams have a great shot of making the playoffs and
Hmm.
probably will. But yeah, I'm gonna pick the Packers here too. All right, this is a tough one. Vikings are undefeated, and the Lions are playing well. They whooped Dallas this week.
Whoops,
Not that
Dallas.
Dallas is playing great, especially at home.
Prayers
Uh,
go out to Aiden Hutchinson, man. What a bad
yeah,
injury
man,
that
that's
guy. Oh,
crazy. Yeah,
I hate to see it for him.
yeah. Hopefully, he makes a great recovery and
Yeah.
comes back and is healthy next year and everything. But man, this is a tough one. I don't really know who to pick here. Lions really playing good. Uh, Vikings are playing well. Like you said, Sam Darnold could get MVP if he keeps playing the way he is. Um, I think I'm going to go with the Vikings here on this one.
This is a tough game. This is a tough game. I wonder how much the Aiden Hutchinson
Right.
injury is going to hurt the pass rush of the Lions. But um, I just am not sure about Sam Darnold at quarterback. And I may be eating my words because he's on my fantasy bench right now, and I got Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray's gonna have to sit 1 week for bye, and I'm gonna have to play Sam Darnold. But I'm gonna pick the Lions in this one. I picked them to go really deep into the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl here. So I'm gonna pick the Lions. I think Jared Goff's gonna continue to play well. I think they have to run the football with Jahmyr Gibbs and with David Montgomery. If they run the football, they got a really good shot at winning that game.
Yep. Awesome.
All right, last one. The Baltimore Ravens at the Bucks, the Monday Night Football game. 2-4-2 teams here. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are hot. They've won 4 in a row. They just beat a really, really good Washington team. Um, they're going to feed Derrick Henry that rock and let that man run with the ball. He is a truck, and he's so good. And even at 30 years old, what he's doing is unbelievable. Um, so I'm going to pick the Ravens. I think I worry a little bit about their defense. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think the Bucks are going to throw up some points here. But I think Derrick Henry's gonna get close to 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. And then Lamar Jackson is just gonna do his thing. So I'm gonna pick the Ravens in this one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens too, as much as I don't want to pick them, but they're on fire right now. The Tampa Bay is playing decent too,
They're
but
playing good too. Yeah,
they've
they
had
just
a
threw
few.
51 points up on the board against New Orleans.
Right, they've had a few
In
losses.
New Orleans. In New
Right.
Orleans.
So, the game is at Tampa too. So I think this is a tough one, but I just think the Ravens probably overall, when they're playing well, have the better team between Lamar Jackson, Henry,
Yeah.
their defense, Van Noy.
Well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Baker Mayfield's a quarterback of the Bucks.
Right,
He's played the Ravens a lot. John Harbaugh knows Baker Mayfield. You know
right,
what I mean? He
right,
knows Baker Mayfield. I think that's where it's gonna come. It's gonna come down to that too.
right. And I've never been a huge Baker Mayfield fan.
We may be eating our words. Sam Darnold and Baker
Right.
Mayfield may be making us eat
From
our
his
words here.
days at OU, I thought he was kind of arrogant and cocky, and he's done a little bit in the NFL, but not a whole lot. Uh,
Got to give the guy credit though.
right,
His career looked like it was over, and he has completely turned it around. I will
right,
have to.
right, and I'm happy for him. I don't wish
Yeah.
anybody ill will. Uh, but I mean, Tampa could win this game, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. They're playing well right now. It's a team that if the Chiefs end up making the playoffs, knock on wood, which they should with their record right now, and hopefully they keep playing well. But that would be scary to meet in the playoffs again if they keep playing like they are. So,
Yeah.
but
How about some of the trades that happened? Devontae Adams going to the Jets, and Amari Cooper heading to Buffalo.
right,
Interesting.
right,
Interesting.
Buffalo almost lost that game too.
I know, but interesting.
Anyway, so that's our picks for the week, and we'll stop
Yeah,
sharing the screen here. So,
we'll see. Hopefully, I can get a couple back here and keep it close. You know,
right.
can't let you pull away too much here quickly.
I know, because we got two different picks this week. What we picked the same
Three different.
three, yeah. Uh,
Two college and then the
yep,
Lions.
yep. So
We'll see. We'll see.
what happened? So, anyways, you got anything else you want to finish
No, no,
with?
I think we're good. We'll same bad time, same bad channel next week.
Yep. We
Um,
appreciate
yeah.
all the
Punch that
support and
subscribe button.
all. Yep.
Punch
Hit
that
the
subscribe
subscribe
button.
button, comment whether you agree with us or not. Appreciate all those that have subscribed to the channel in the last few weeks. But yeah.
Hey, and
Anyway,
all those followers that you got,
yeah,
Scott, you got
yeah.
them,
Go
send them
over
over
and
to me.
follow
Come get Dad is golfing. We need
go
it.
to Dad is Golfing and AJ's channel. I'll have it in the description too, and the Instagram page and everything. So, but we appreciate the support, whether you agree with us or not on this stuff. But this is just something we're doing for fun, and we love sports, college football and golf for sure. And we used to work in college athletics a lot together, and we've seen some interesting stuff. So, and golf. Oh, speaking of that, just real quick, wanted to give a shout out to the Elon men's golf team. They
Yeah.
hosted the Elon Phoenix invitational this week at Alamance Country Club in Burlington, North Carolina here, not too far from me.
Down on Ross course. Good
Yeah,
course.
great course. It was in great shape too. I went out there last night. UConn came down. Some of you may know I used to work up at UConn with their basketball programs, golf, swimming, diving, a little bit of tennis and cheerleading and as equipment. And so I went to go visit with their coach a little bit. It was good to see Coach Dave Pizzino. If you follow college golf, great guy. So is Don Hill at Elon.
Hmm.
Two quality men. If you got any sons that are looking to go play college golf somewhere. Definitely recommend checking out those golf programs, but just wanted to give a shout out to that too. So, but
Yeah.
that's it. That's all we've got for tonight. Appreciate
It's
all the
always golf
support.
o'clock, baby.
Yep,
Bye,
it's always golf o'clock, and if you play this week, hit them straight. But the most important thing is have fun.
everybody.